Welcome! This is my build review of the Hasbro Zoids Gunblaster. So let's take a look at the parts here. You get some gears, a sticker sheet, a pilot, and here's a look at the motor, which requires a single AA battery. And here you've got the A plate, which is the plate that contains all the weapons that get mounted onto the Zoid. Now I really like what they did here with the eyes. They actually painted them at the factory, which is nice to see. I wish Bandai would do more of that with their Gundam model kits. So here is plate B with the legs and some of the connecting pieces for those legs. Next plate is the C plate, which is cool because it's got a shiny gold coloring to all the plastic parts, as you can see here. You can see there's the claws and the spikes for this Gunblaster Zoid. Really cool colors. And here is another plate. This also goes on towards the end of the build. It's more of a accent part to make the Zoid look cool. Now here is the shot of the sides of the Zoid. Really cool plastic molding. I really like the details that they put into that plastic molding. And here's a quick look at the manual. Very easy to follow and very easy to assemble. And here I am assembling the gear mechanism, which eventually will attach to the motor. There's 3 separate gears you put together, forming the gear assembly, as you can see there. Real quickly here, just the beginning assembly of the Zoid, putting together the jaw, as you can see, or actually the lower jaw for the Zoid. And I'm putting the gear assembly in, and mounting the motor. And here's a really cool shot. It shows you how the gear assembly moves with the motor. They're connected via the gear system there. Really cool. I like that. And just putting on the battery cover here. And assembling the 2 sides of the main body of this Gunblaster Zoid. Now here's the assembly of the eyes. Like I mentioned before, they are painted, so which is really cool. It's a metallic orange color. And in the next shot I'll show you putting on a cover for the head. Really what it is it's a cover for the pilot seat there. It goes on top of the head, as you can see there. And one of those blue accent pieces I was talking about earlier goes on the tail, like so. Then you come to the weapons rack assembly. There's 2 racks of weapons, and they slide in and they just peg into place. Not really peg, but actually slot into place. There's the bottom rack, and then here's the second rack that goes on top of it. Again, just sliding in place, like so. Now we are going to assemble the 3 weapons that rotate, that are motorized. They're attached to those 3 cogs or gears that I showed you at the very beginning of this review. And here's, I'm just putting them together. They're actually pretty nice. If you wanted to, you could probably paint them like a gunmetal gray or silver, maybe just to make them stand out a little bit more. And here is the 3rd and final rotating gun assembly. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach those 3 assemblies to the actual mechanisms. There's 3 individual cogs that they plug into, like so. And now I'll go ahead and turn on the motor, and you can see how they rotate. All 3 of those. Very, very awesome. And of course the key part and signature part of this Gunblaster Zoid. Really cool there. And the reason I bought it was because of that. Yes, I do like that a lot. Okay, so here we're putting on the spikes. These are from the C-plate. They are the gold shiny parts that I showed you in the plate review earlier in this video. They just peg onto the side. But they do add a lot of menace to this Zoid figure, which is really nice. Okay, so now we're going to attach the right side legs, both the hind and the forelegs, and as you can see there's a connector piece that attaches the two legs so that they can move in tandem when the motor is turned on. Here I'm just putting in the caps, and finally getting ready to assemble the front right leg. And attaching caps to securely attach that leg to that joint there. As you can see, they're attached together, and if we turn on the motor here, you can see they move in tandem, like I was saying earlier. Very cool. So here we have the last bit of assembly. We're putting on these blue colored armor pieces, I guess you'd call them. They're more for decoration, I think, really, but they are part of the build. And I think if I was to custom make this one, I would paint them silver or some kind of shiny metallic color. Alright, well thanks for watching. This has been a build review of the Hasbro Zoids Gunblaster. Stay tuned for the review.